Alright, how's everybody doing today? I'm back again with another video for you guys and gals, and today what I have for everyone is my full review of the revised Revised Poetic Guardian series case for the Essential Phone PH1. Okay? So maybe you're new to the channel, maybe you're returning, so you know how it goes, but if you don't, typically what I do is I unbox a product, a device, a case, what have you, then I start my review process, and once I feel like I got a handle on everything that I want to cover for you guys and everything I want to talk about for you guys, then it's full review time. So without further ado, let's get into this full review. Now, jumping right in, before I go over the installation process again, the first thing I want to talk about with you guys is the overall build quality and design of this Poetic Guardian series case for the Essential Phone PH1. Now, talking about the case in terms of the overall build quality, I have to say again, I feel as though Poetic did a great job with this build quality. Now, there's no rattling or creaking of any kind with the case on my device, and there is very seamless. There's no open seams or anything like that. So, in terms of the overall build quality, I have to say that this case is really good. Now, again, jumping over, talking about the design of the case. Again, I really like the design of this case. As you can see, all your cutouts are there. So in particular, what they changed from the first generation to the second generation is they fixed the cutout for your receiver grill. Alright, and they fixed the cutout for your notification LED. Other than that, everything else is the same, and in my opinion, it really is top notch. So you can see the differences here again. So you can see, cutout for your camera, cutout for your notification LED, and your receiver. Alright, then across the bottom, again, you have cutouts for your microphone, you got cutout for your USB Type-C ports, and you got cutouts for your speaker grills. On the rear, again, you have cutouts for your fingerprint sensor, cutouts for your cameras, your LED flash, your laser autofocus, so on and so forth, and your other microphone. But one thing that I feel like Poetic forgot about was the cutouts for your pogo pins. So you have, because the Essential Phone does have module support, so that's one thing that this case doesn't offer. Although it does offer full protection, which we're going to talk about in a minute, it does not offer the ability for you to use your modules with this case installed. So that's one downside to the overall build quality and design. It would be nice if Poetic considered that when they were designing this case. But it is what it is. So, talking about the overall build quality and design, it is really good. Up next now, I want to talk about the feel and the fit. But before I do that, I just want to run through this installation process again. So, maybe you didn't catch the unboxing video, but all you do to separate these is you get your finger in, you get a nice groove, you maintain the separation, and you just work your way around, and then very easily, try not to break it off because it says plastic, but work your way around and it will separate. Take your time. Alright, then the next thing you want to do is line up your cutouts. I find that the easiest way to install this is to line it up with the power buttons first. Alright, so that side is in. And then pick a corner. I like the bottom corner because it's the easiest. And just fold it over. And there it is. Your screen is on. Now, the back is probably the easiest thing to install. Again, line it up. Since it's all plastic, you just apply a little bit of pressure, and then it is on. And then you want to just make sure everything pops into place. And you can hear it. Once you hear the little clicks, that's how you know everything is in place. And we are on, and we are good to go. So, wham bam, thank you ma'am. And you'll know everything is on because all of your seams will be nice and flush. So again, that just goes over the installation process of this case. And I did not clean anything before I installed it, so I'm gonna have to take it off again because I can see something underneath the screen protector portion. But now, talking about the fit and the feel, again, I really like this case. Well, not again. I really like this case because one, it adds maximum protection to the device. Number two, it adds a really nice amount of grip around the sides. So with this case on, I don't feel as though the device is gonna fall out of my hands. And I feel like I have a nice sturdy grip on the device now, which is really, really nice. Really nice indeed. So in terms of the fit and the feel, I feel as though Poetic did a great job with this case. Now, let's talk about the protection. In terms of the protection, as you guys can see, you have maximum cutouts here with maximum razivity for every part of your device. So the screen itself is fully protected, and you got all of your cutouts, and it has a nice raised lip. So even if I put it face down, I know I'm not actually touching my screen. So I know my screen is not going to get scratched. And if I drop it face down, which I have done multiple times, I know that my screen again is fully protected. And as y'all saw before I installed the case, this device still looks absolutely brand new. And I gotta tell you guys, I probably dropped it with this case on several times, at least 5. I know I dropped it with this case on, the original version, at least 10 times, and it still looks and functions as if brand new. So it's really, really nice. And then across the back, you can see we got all our fingerprint cutouts and camera cutouts. But even better than that is everything is nice and raised. So if I put it flat down on the back, I know my camera sensors are not going to get scratched. I know my fingerprint sensor is not going to get scratched. So I have full protection here, which is really, really nice to see. And if you're a clumsy person like myself, a case is an essential, because I'm not even going to tell you how many times I drop my devices inside the cases, and I feel that much better because I know that they're not going to be damaged whatsoever. In particular, you can see here, here's my Moto X Pure Edition, full protection on this case, on this device. So if you're clumsy like myself, then a case is an essential pickup. And I'm very happy to tell you guys again, this Poetic Guardian series case provides maximum protection, but also maintains maximum usability and sensitivity. So you guys can see it works even with that plastic screen protector on. It works, and I'm not having any touch issues or sensitivity issues. So it's really, really nice to see. And again, I get that maximum protection. So that does it for the protection portion of this video. Up next, now I just want to talk about some of the positives and negatives of this case. Then we're going to wrap it up and talk about the price, and I'm going to give you guys my final thoughts and a recommendation or two. So, talking about the positives of this case, as I said, just let me summarize. You get maximum protection with maximum usability, so you don't have to worry about the loss in sensitivity or anything like that. And that was one of my biggest concerns, a loss of sensitivity from Generation 1 to Generation 2, because as I said in the first review of the original Poetic Guardian series case, I was losing a lot of touch sensitivity around the edges, so I was having a lot of mispresses. And I was very happy to see that they resolved that issue with version 2. I have no mispresses, and I maintain maximum responsivity and maximum usability. So that's a really big positive there. Number 2, when we talk about the positives, I have to give another big shout out to Poetic for listening to their customers. It's really nice to see, and I feel like a lot of companies don't get as much credit as they deserve. When a company listens to its consumer base or customer base, and they fix what the consumers say was an issue, and they offer return policies or exchange policies, so you guys can have the absolute best experience possible. It's really nice to see that, and I really got to say kudos to Poetic for listening to their customers and coming out with a revised version of this case. Really nice to see. So that's a really good positive there, and I feel like a lot of companies that listen to their customers don't get enough credit, but that's another great positive there. Did I talk about the protection? Maximum protection with all of your cutouts. Well, almost all of your cutouts. So really good stuff there. Now, jumping into the negative, I could really only think of one. And that was the fact that they didn't provide a cutout for your pogo pins so you can use your modules if you have any for your Essential Phone. That was probably the biggest negative with this case here. Okay, so that pretty much does it for the positives and negatives, and overall I have to say the positives vastly outweigh the negatives. Now, moving on to the price and my final thoughts, I picked this case up via Amazon, and again I have to say kudos to Amazon and kudos to Poetic, because this came rather quickly and I didn't have any issues, so kudos guys. So I picked this up from Amazon, and for those of you who don't know, I am an Amazon Prime customer, so I get the free 2-day shipping. And if you're not an Amazon Prime customer, you gotta factor in shipping and handling and taxes wherever applicable. But because I get the free 2-day shipping, I only have to be mindful of the taxes. So after taxes, I have to say this case came up to about $17. It was like $16 and some change. You could round it to $17. So you guys are probably wondering, for $17, can I recommend this case? And I have to say yes. If you just picked up your Essential Phone PH1 and you're clumsy, but you also want to provide maximum protection for your device and not have to worry about breaking it, especially if you paid top dollar for it. You know, top dollar being original price for this was about $750. Nowadays, the Essential Phone is going for anything like $260 to at most $450. But if you picked up this guy for top dollar and you want to have maximum protection on it, because I really hate when you pick up a device and you know, not even getting your case in yet, and you accidentally drop your device, and then you have a ding on your edges or a ding on your screen. And I don't know if you guys realize, if you check out my Moto X Pure Edition videos, but I actually have a chip on this corner of the display. Now it's not big, but that's why I had to really hurry up and get a case for this. So I find that it's really important that you get maximum protection for your devices, and that's what I feel this case offers. So again, can I recommend that you guys pick up this case, the Poetic Guardian series for the Essential Phone PH1? Yes. Okay? Now, that pretty much does it for this full review. If you guys and gals enjoyed this video, please help your boy out and give the video a thumbs up. That really does help me out. You don't know how much. If you want to see more raw, uncut content like this, but you never really know what's going to happen when I push record, please hit the subscribe button down below and click off the notification bell icon right next to it so you guys and gals get notified when I post new videos. As always, if this video piqued your interest and you're thinking about picking this up, please check out the video description. Down below in the video description, you will find links to where to purchase this case at some really great prices, as well as links to the original full review and the original case as well. So if this video again piqued your interest, please check out the video description. Also, remember to check back on the descriptions regularly so you can make sure you get the absolute up-to-date price. It's always good. Alright. And as always, guys and gals, if you guys and gals know anyone out there looking for some high quality, affordable devices and products at some really great prices, please share within my channel, because I'm doing this for everyone, because we all deserve the best. I hope everyone has a great day, and I will catch you guys and gals in the next video. Peace.